Bumblebee. His name may sound small and playful, but in the endless war between Autobots and Decepticons, he stands as one of the bravest sparks ever forged on Cybertron. In a universe filled with towering warriors of unimaginable power, Bumblebee is the unlikely hero, the scout who was never meant to lead armies, yet time and time again chose to stand on the front lines when it mattered most. With his bright yellow armor scarred by countless battles and his voice stolen in the fires of war, he learned to speak not through words, but through action, music, and unshakable loyalty. From the moment he first opened his optics, he dreamed not of glory, but of connection, of exploring new worlds, protecting those who could not protect themselves, and proving that even the smallest warrior can change the fate of a planet. Before he ever arrived on Earth, before he met the humans who would call him friend, Bumblebee was already something rare in the heartless machinery of war. A soldier who fought with kindness, a guardian who carried hope. This is the story of how a little Autobot with a damaged voice became the heartbeat of an entire rebellion and the silent hero of two worlds. Bumblebee's journey began in the peaceful days of Cybertron, long before the war consumed his homeworld. As a young scout, he roamed the metallic streets of Iacon, the capital of Cybertron, navigating through towering skyscrapers of shining alloys and crystal-clear energy streams. He was small compared to the warriors around him, yet his heart burned with a desire to prove that even the smallest of Autobots could make a difference. His speed and agility were unmatched, making him the perfect candidate for scouting, and he quickly became a vital member of the Autobot intelligence network. As a scout, Bumblebee's job was simple, yet incredibly dangerous. Gather vital information, infiltrate Decepticon positions, and return with crucial intelligence for the Autobot forces. He slipped through the shadows, never staying too long in one place, and always keeping his enemies guessing. However, even though he was young, his loyalty to the cause was unwavering, and he never hesitated to place himself in the heart of danger to protect the ones he loved. The Decepticons had been growing bolder. Megatron, once a great leader of the gladiatorial arenas, had transformed into a tyrant, hell-bent on subjugating Cybertron and the rest of the universe. The war escalated quickly, and the once peaceful planet was plunged into the chaos of endless battle.
You're real.
Bumblebee, still a scout, could feel the pulse of the war as it intensified. The world he loved was starting to fracture, with entire cities being torn apart and friends and comrades falling in battle. He wasn't prepared for the scope of what was to come, but he was ready to do his part. His agility and quick reflexes were vital as he worked in the field alongside larger, more powerful Autobots. His ability to think on his feet, to move swiftly, and to avoid enemy forces made him a key asset for the Autobots. He was quick on the battlefield, always there when his comrades needed him, always one step ahead. But the war would take its toll. During one critical mission, Bumblebee was sent deep into Decepticon-controlled territory to intercept a transmission that could potentially expose Optimus Prime's location. It was a dangerous mission, and Bumblebee knew it. He fought through waves of Decepticons, moving silently through the night, taking risks to gather the intelligence they needed. In the heart of the battle, however, Bumblebee was ambushed. A Decepticon scout, armed with a high-powered blast, took a shot at Bumblebee, hitting him directly in the chest. The impact was devastating. The blast destroyed Bumblebee's vocal circuits, rendering him mute. His voice, a core part of his identity, was gone forever. But even without his voice, Bumblebee refused to be defeated. When he was found by Ratchet, he was barely functional, battered and broken. Yet Bumblebee's spark, his will to fight, never went out. Ratchet managed to repair what he could, but Bumblebee would never be the same. No longer able to speak, he found new ways to communicate, through radio signals, through the music he so loved, through expressions and gestures. The loss of his voice became a defining moment for him, but it did not diminish his courage. Instead, it strengthened his resolve. He didn't need words to show his loyalty or his bravery. His actions spoke louder than anything he could have said. When Optimus Prime was forced to send the Autobots into exile, with Cybertron on the brink of collapse, Bumblebee was given a critical mission. Optimus entrusted him with a task that only a small, agile scout could accomplish: to travel to Earth, find a place of refuge, and lay the groundwork for the Autobots' arrival. Alone, and with no one to rely on but himself, Bumblebee made the long journey through space. His ship, damaged and nearly destroyed by Decepticon pursuit, crashed onto the unfamiliar surface of Earth. With his systems failing, Bumblebee had no choice but to adapt to the harsh environment. He quickly scanned a nearby car and transformed into his vehicle mode, an old yellow Camaro. It was here, on this strange world, that Bumblebee began to see what made humans different from the Cybertronians he knew. They were fragile, yes, but in their vulnerability, they displayed an incredible resilience. They didn't give up when faced with hardship. They fought for each other, protected their families, and rose in the face of adversity. Bumblebee felt an instant connection to the humans, and that connection would become his new mission: to protect them from the same forces that had destroyed his homeworld. As the battle on Earth escalated, Bumblebee found himself alongside Sam Witwicky, a young human who would become his first true friend. Together, they fought against Decepticon forces that had infiltrated Earth, protecting the planet from an invasion far beyond what humans could comprehend. Bumblebee, though battered and wounded, fought with unmatched courage, never once backing down from the Decepticon threat. He stood tall, always ready to fight, always willing to risk everything for the people he swore to protect. It was here, on Earth, that Bumblebee truly found his place. No longer just a scout for the Autobots, he had become a protector, a warrior, and a friend. The world he now fought to defend was no longer just a mission, it was home. When Bumblebee realized he had found a new family on Earth, he became not just a warrior, but a loyal protector, willing to face any hardship and sacrifice for his friends and humanity. He was no longer just an Autobot seeking refuge. Now, Bumblebee fought for the people he had learned to care for and protect. With each battle, from high-speed chases on city streets to intense confrontations with Decepticons, Bumblebee proved that he was not just a small warrior, but a hero on a grand scale, defending the world he now called home. Bumblebee was the first Autobot to face Megatron when he attacked Earth. Though not as physically imposing as others, Bumblebee used his speed, agility, and bravery to defeat enemies in ways that larger Autobots couldn't. He fought alongside Optimus Prime, Ironhide, and the other Autobots. But what set Bumblebee apart was his unwavering commitment to his cause. Each time he went into battle, it wasn't just for victory. It was to protect the innocent and ensure the safety of Earth's people. His bond with Sam Witwicky grew stronger as they faced Decepticons together, and Sam became not just his ally, but his closest friend. For Bumblebee, Sam wasn't just a human he was protecting. He was someone who had become a part of his mission. Their friendship fueled Bumblebee's resolve to fight, not just for his homeworld of Cybertron, but for the people he had come to love. They became inseparable, a team on the battlefield and in their lives, always facing challenges together, no matter how dire the circumstances. As the war between Autobots and Decepticons intensified on Earth, Bumblebee proved time and again that he was more than just a scout or a soldier. He was a core member of the Autobots, a hero in his own right. He protected Earth with his life, standing between humanity and the darkness that sought to overrun it. In doing so, Bumblebee became not just a protector of Earth, but a symbol of hope and perseverance. Despite the constant battles and injuries, despite the overwhelming odds, he never once gave up. For Bumblebee, fighting wasn't about glory. It was about the people he cared for, and about the promise he made to never abandon those who needed him. Bumblebee was more than just a soldier. He was a testament to the power of loyalty, friendship, and courage. He showed that even in the face of overwhelming odds, even when he was physically outmatched by enemies much stronger than him, his heart and determination would always carry him through. And in the end, Bumblebee proved that no matter how small you are, if you fight with everything you have, you can change the world. His legacy isn't defined by the battles he won or the enemies he defeated. It's defined by the lives he touched, the friendships he formed, and the hope he inspired in others. Bumblebee will always be remembered as one of the greatest heroes in the Autobots' fight for freedom, and as a symbol of the power of the human heart, even in the form of a small, yellow Autobot.